I find them absolutely inspiring. Chris came with a group of guys from the VA, just like the fellows that came this morning. And, you know, we don't get to know a lot about them before they come, but they just kind of all unload from these big old vans and you know, walk and wheel out to the arena. This one day, this young, good-looking Marine in a wheelchair, you know, he wheels purposely out to the patio and right up the ramp. And he's waiting on us. And so when I get up to the ramp, normally I'm telling a person in a wheelchair, you know, how to mount the horse safely. So, you know, while I'm doing that, I'm tightening the girth and, you know, and adjusting the stirrups and that sort of thing. And so I'm doing that and giving Chris my spiel, and I look up and Chris is already on the horse. And I'm like, okay, all right, so you're a horseman, obviously. He's got the rein, he's holding the reins correctly, and he's looking at me sort of impatiently. And I said, all right, so you've definitely ridden before. What's the scoop with you? And he said, well, ma'am, I was raised on a quarter horse ranch in Texas. My family breeds and raises quarter horses for work and for show and for pleasure. And he said, I'm really anxious to find out if I can go back to work. Gets me, sorry. He was a right leg amputee from about middle of his thigh down, and brain injured. And so he had some balance issues, and of course his injury was only about 2.5 months old. He didn't even have a prosthesis fitted yet. He walked, trotted, and cantered that day, and he was so happy. So happy. And the first thing he did was get on his cell phone after he got off and called his parents and said, you are never going to believe what I just did. And he said, looks like I can come back to work. And it was just it was such a great, I felt so good for him.